What's up guys, Bone here, and, well, today we might have an answer why you always get CSGO'd, and it could be a RNG factor built into CSGO without our knowledge. Coming from a game developer's point of view at a conference I went to recently, let's get right into this. Back in March, I went to a conference in San Francisco for game developers. It is part of my profession. I'm a user interface designer by profession, and I went there as a one, spring break, and two, I enjoy going to conferences. So, what did I get out of this that's so stupid to make a video about? Well, finally the video became blocked by a copyright or non-disclosure agreement, so I can now release at least the audio. The video I have right now is really bad quality. But, so, what the heck is so worth making a fucking video on at this point? Well, there goes my monetization, but, well, we have the possibility that the RNG factor that we think of shotguns being could be on pretty much every single gun. Now, shotguns, I think, actually thinking about it right now, is a much higher possibility because you aim right on them and then the pellets just go off to the left, to the right, like a 90-degree turn or something, I don't know, and doesn't hit your target. But, so, yeah, at this convention, or the thing I went to, it was actually quite interesting to hear from this developer. He's, might be a member of Valve, might be just a side project or a side team for the CSGO project, and he was using this kind of for research, but also said he implemented it into the game to add the ability for some more data collection from in-game, so when you went against other people, you'd have rough reaction times and stuff. So, I'm going to show you guys the video at this point. It's going to be the audio only. You don't really need to see it. It's just a slide with him talking and bad audio sync, because I don't remember if it was the recording software that did it, but anyway, let's just get right into this video, and I'll let you watch that without being disturbed.
So, because of the way the shadow system works, because we're just capturing replay data and playing it back in context, we are capturing when players react and when players don't react based on the state of the world. So that means that if a player doesn't react in certain situations, doesn't respond to an attack in certain situations, we don't have any data for it. So we never get basically the instant hit headshot or something like that, because we just have what the player did in context. We get this human limitation just as a consequence of how the system works and records data. So this is kind of an example from Counter-Strike of sort of what happens when you kind of ignore human limitations, just kind of the traditional example of like an aimbot or something. So somebody just, walks, gets headshot instantly. It's super frustrating. The way that we traditionally deal with this, right, is we make it less frustrating by adjusting the aim accuracy or randomly dropping shots occasionally or something like that. And that can work great for difficulty adjustment, but it doesn't capture sort of human limitations in the same way that humans have those limitations.
So, we ended up with, well, the possibility of getting a shot dropped, and this kind of goes into the Battlefield thing where people were arguing, well, Battlefield 1's not realistic enough. Well, okay, if we want it to be hyper-realistic, we have to have the guns malfunction, so dirt and bad cartridges can be a jamming factor, and would you like to die just because the RNG god, or random number generator, was not in your favor at this point? I'm pretty sure you'd be pretty pissed off about that. So, I don't know. Like, personally, if this is an actual thing in CSGO, that I can't confirm it because I don't know the actual, where it is exactly implemented, even from going to the conference. He didn't really explain exactly how it was implemented in the game, but he did imply that it's used for some research purposes, and also allows other people to have reaction time, because if you heard him say, he says, well, you come around the corner and you get instantly headshotted. That's one, very aggravating, and two, just plain off annoying. Notice how I just got completely destroyed there. Well, I think that this is a very possible reason we get quote-unquote CSGO'd. And it is honestly one of the more aggravating things of CSGO, where the guy walks away from killing you and you see the bullet behind his head. and you hit him with an op in the head for what, 16? Yeah, the thing says, "Hey, you have an op. Shoot him in the head. That should be 400 damage, right? No, we're gonna give you 16 damage. That sounds appropriate, right? Yeah. That's why generally, like, I don't see people generally nowadays use like one taps that much, because this hit reg thing is such a bad issue right now. And yes, Valve is running a beta, but it's better at the least. But as we all know, it's Valve, so we really don't have much hope in for them at this point, because Valve is not the most reliable company, especially when it comes to anti-cheat. We all know and love VAC, and they dump Overwatch on us to, well, have us do the dirty work. But anyway, so back to the main subject of this, and now let's talk about how damaging this is, or what this means for the community. Well, community-wise, this means that, well, we have more of these aggravating moments where we shoot someone and either do no damage or minimal. And that's pretty annoying when you end up knowing you should have killed him. When he walks away, he has the bullet behind his head, and you don't get the damn kill. So, as a game, it makes it seem less refined and working. It makes it seem more broken, to say the least. And that's actually a very bad thing to have a game of this size and this much influence in the community, to end up having a time where you end up with fucking drop shots. I don't know why I said end up like 6 times there, but I don't script this shit. Like, I just speak my fucking mind. But it makes the game look a lot less professionally developed. It makes the moments in it more aggravating and can tilt you. And in a competitive game, getting even the slightest bit tilted can mean a win or a loss. If you look at the Cloud9 versus SK or fucking Luminosity, whatever it was, at the Northern Arena, that was actually a terrible game, because the admin left SK with the choice to choose, oh, do we choose to, the Cloud9 guys got to choose if they restarted the game entirely, and at this point, everyone's just kind of pissed off. The Brazilians were pissed off. Cloud9 was pissed off that they were put in this PR position where you choose, oh, do we ruin our reputation and try to make it seem like we're assholes, or do we just let it go and restart the round? And they end up choosing to restart the round and just drop the whole thing, and they ended up losing the tournament in the end. But, so, as we all know, Valve is a great company. They have the best customer support. Look at the people who get VAC'd on a very regular basis. And then it's an accidental VAC, etc. Talking to you, BB. But, yeah, so CSGO has a hit reg issue. And this could be one of the reasons. Now, I'm not saying this is the only reason. This is possibly one of the reasons. Now, hit reg and the hitboxes and stuff are still terrible, but this could be one of the formal and big reasons that we might have the issue for. Like, we don't, at this point, know the scale of the drop shots, but I know that they are there, and it could contribute to some of those CSGO moments. So, I'd like to hear your opinions down below, guys. I want to see if you guys actually agree with this or don't agree, if you find it to be interesting, or if you just think that this is me just talking out my ass and using some random audio clip I found on Pornhub or some shit. You know me. I'm always on there. You know, got the computer full of viruses and everything for it. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. I'd like to start a debate down in the comments. Do you think this is real? Do you think this is fake? Do you like this style of gameplay that you're seeing without the UI and just the demo and the highlights? I'd like to hear about that too, because I've started doing this because it's a lot easier to work with instead of having a full unedited comp game, go through, find the good clips, and just, it's a lot easier and more streamlined to do, and I can show you a bunch of games in this. Anyway, guys, without further ado, drop a like, subscribe for more content. I am running a series, How to CSGO, most recent video, and then also check the other video that came out right before that. That is a insane edit. That was a fun trolling edit I did a while ago. A lot of work, about 60 hours put into it, 40, 60. Anyways, I hope you did enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, start the debate down below. Happy gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one.